Hello Internet, my name's Ori, welcome back, and today we're not only going to be debuting a brand new alliance chart for Big Brother All-Stars, we're also going to be talking about how one player might not just be blowing up her game, but may just blow up the entire house.
Janelle absolutely is the Big Brother queen, but it's time for a new coronation.
One at a time, the rest of you will enter the diary room and cast your vote to evict. Danny, you're up first. Please go to the diary room. Hi, Danny.
Hey, Julie.
Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Kaser.
What indeed, Julie? What indeed? That was pretty much all of our reaction when we saw Danny's hinky vote. What was she thinking? Well, she was just blowing up her game.
Before the vote, I approached Cody and asked him if he wanted to get a little crazy and throw some hinky votes out there.
Who would we set up? I ain't doing that.
So there's no possible way that Danny would lie to Cody, right?
Who'd you get to vote with you?
It was not me, I swear.
It wasn't?
No.
Who did the two votes then?
Probably Bailey. I'm coming after you.
Come on, girl. Listen, swing, but don't miss.
Am I going crazy in here? You did ask me to do it, so...
Yes, she did, Cody. Yes, she did. And not just that. When you asked her about it, she lied directly to your face. Not good, Danny. Not good. Plus, she's been telling Nicole everything that Tyler and Cody have been telling her.
And she was like, what's your other alliance going to do this week? Are they going to try to save Janelle? And I was like, what are you talking about? She was like, Cody, I know about it. And I think Nicole said something to Enzo too. Like, she's just saying shit to like...
No, I'm jackass caught playing both sides, for real.
Yeah, no, but Nicole knows all that shit because of Danny anyways.
Yep, she does. And Danny's been doing that since the beginning of the game. It's only now that Cody, Tyler, and Enzo are really starting to figure out what Danny's game is all about.
Then Danny leaves and Nicole's like, yeah, she told me. And I was like, God fucking damn it, I'm sorry, Nicole. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't fucking know anymore. I don't know what to...
I don't think Danny knows anymore either. It's funny, coming off of a week where there was so much talk about a rookie mistake from David, that we see something like this from Danny. It's shocking. Shocking, to be honest. Now, what's not surprising is the alliances and the dynamics in the house are constantly changing. Let's take a look back at what we had on our alliance chart just last week. Now, as you can see, this is an alliance chart here from last week. It even still has Janelle on there from her eviction. And since then, things have really changed. First of all, you can see it's kind of a jumbled mess, to be honest with you. And that's kind of how the alliances felt all of last week. There wasn't really a clear view on who was truly aligned with who. This week, though, has definitely cleared some of that up. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, our brand new alliance chart. And not only do I think this one is a lot cleaner, makes it a lot easier to figure out who's aligned with who, I think this is also the most accurate and clearest representation of what the house is like at this moment. So let's break down this chart a little bit. First off, Team Freeze, Cody, Enzo, and Tyler. I believe this is the most true loyal alliance to each other. I think the three of them are going to stick loyal to each other until the end of the game. Just below Team Freeze, you have the duo that I have started to call the Wicked Witches, Danny and Nicole. Now, they are very loyal to each other. They share all their information, and it's actually one of the big reasons on why the house is where it is right now. Now, just below the Witches, you have Ian and Nicole, the Million Club. These are the two winners in the game, and it's really just in their best interest to keep each other safe. If one winner is evicted, the other one becomes a huge target in the game. We have probably my favorite alliance of the game, Black Girl Magic. Bailey and Davon, these two are super loyal, and there is no way that either one of them is going to turn their back on the other. There's four more dynamic duos that I want to mention. You can see them listed on the top. We have the Carolinas of Tyler and Christmas, because they both come from the Carolinas. BB16, which is Cody and Nicole. The Root, that is from Team Freeze, Enzo and Cody. You really could also make Cody and a Tyler dynamic duo, but really the three of them are all just super tight. You also have the Commission there, which also has Cody, and that is with Memphis, a big part of the committee, which we'll get to in just a minute. Right smack in the middle of the chart, we have 3 foursomes, and each one kind of has the word 4 in it. So first off, we have 4 prime. That is Nicole, Cody, Danny, and Ian. You also have the core 4, which is Nicole, Cody, Danny, and Enzo. You then have connect 4, which is Enzo, Cody, Bailey, and Devon. They say there's power in numbers, and that the group is always stronger than a single individual. But these 2 big 6-person alliances show that's not really always the case. First you have the Slick 6, and then you have the committee. Almost every member of each alliance knows about the other alliance at this point. The only one who's really committed to these big groups? Memphis? And we also have our 3 guys who are pretty much floating at this point, throwing up the white flag, really have no alliance at this moment. You got Kevin, you have David, and you have Kesar. Sadly, Kesar is probably going to be evicted this week. There's no real chance of him staying at this point. As for Kevin and David, David definitely has ties around the house. He's somewhat closely aligned to Team Freeze and Black Girl Magic. But for the most part, nobody really trusts David that much. Kevin, he also has a lot of good ties around the house, but nobody's really committed on working with him. And finally, all the way down to the bottom, I know you see it down there, we have probably who I honestly believe might be playing the best game in the house, Tyler, and his final 2 deals. Let's list them off, shall we? So we have Christmas, Cody, Enzo, Nicole, Bailey, Danny, Zingbot, and Julie. I also hear he's working on Marsh of the Moose, but with the international borders being shut down, it's kind of hard to get them actually in the house. That does it, everybody. Those are the alliances in the Big Brother All-Stars house at the moment. Things are always constantly changing. Who are your favorite alliances? Write them down in the comments down below. Do you have anybody that you wish was paired up? Let me know that as well. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so you can come back and not miss any of my content. Today being Wednesday means tomorrow is the live eviction episode. If you have not come on out before, we do every Thursday live eviction episode live right here on this channel. So if you want to hang out with us while we watch the episode, you can do that. There's also Big Brother After Dark. That's a stream where you guys can come hang out and watch the live feeds with me as we discuss what's going on inside the house. Who won veto? Who's getting backdoored? We talk about all that and more. You can also follow me on Twitter at OrioStreams. I send out a tweet every time I go live, so you will never miss a live stream. And that'll do it, guys. Once again, thank you for watching. Make sure you check out all those links in the description down below. And remember, house guests, expect the unexpected. And good night.